Hi there, and welcome to another StartProto tutorial. Today we're going to be reviewing scheduling and how it works inside StartProto. StartProto has a few different mechanisms of scheduling what we call demand. Demand is essentially the need to produce a product or component, and demand can be generated from several different sources. Just to start, we can go and view an item here with all three kinds of demand underneath the bearing assembly. If we go to demand analysis, you'll see here there's a job, a sales order line item, and a minimum stock job that require us to make a total of 151 of this component. You can choose inside your settings how demand gets generated, and a lot of people will choose to do a combination of both sales order line items, jobs, and minimum stock auto jobs. If you go into your scheduling module, you'll see there's this main master view, and this is a really good screen for kind of explaining how StartProto scheduling works on a high level. On the left here, we have all of our demand sources, including min stock, jobs, and sales order line items. And then on the right here, we have every single operation that's been scheduled inside the shop. If I want to, I can drag and drop and make changes to this schedule right here, or I can click on three dots and hit send to top. And that will take whatever I clicked on and send it to the highest priority position at number 1. Jobs breaks down the left column and gives us a full screen view of just the jobs or demand sources inside the shop. All work gives us every single operation that can be run inside the shop in order from highest priority to lowest. Our work center screen is actually going to show us a breakdown of every single process we do inside the shop and show us what work center they're broken out onto. So for example here, if we have our finishing and deburring department, there are 2 different machines that are inside that department or process, and I can drag and drop operations onto the desired machine as easy as that. We can also do user assignment, and if we had more users inside the system, it would break out a column for every single user, and we can just drag and drop the operations directly onto the user or operator we want to be able to do that work. On their screen, when they go to work off operations and choose what to work on, they can see what's assigned to them by going to my work, and now I can have a refined list of what to work on inside the shop. The last spot is future scheduling. Future scheduling includes operations that are not currently able to be worked on today, meaning that we can go ahead and get ahead of our assignments by dragging these onto the machines we want before the operation is even ready for us to work on. Simulations is the last thing that is really impactful for StartProto. What we can do is essentially just simulate how the work will be completed inside the shop and let you control granular options around how the simulations will occur. You can set things like buffer percentages, vendor buffer percentages, fill in for empty operation times, and delay between operations. You can go in to the advanced parameters and even choose different optimization weights to choose whether or not the system is incentivized to get jobs out early or get everything out on time. You can set default parameters so every single simulation will be the same, and then you can schedule simulations to run nightly. If you click on the demand sources button in the top left, you can even see by a job by job basis what jobs are currently predicted to be late and what jobs are going to be on time by the indicated date there on the right of this card. Green would be on time, red would be late, and then there's a combination of orange in there as well that'll show us that these ones are only a little late. The really handy part about simulations is all the configuration and work you get put into them gets used inside of our interface here to indicate how jobs are doing straight from the jobs table. The same thing can be found here on the orders, where we'll tell you whether or not an order is doing okay, just straight on the table. And if you see something like a red triangle, then you'll know that that is going to be possibly late. You can also view this from the sales order line items view here, where again, we have indicators on every single line item telling you whether or not an order is predicted to be late. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, you can check out our YouTube channel or book a demo on our website where we'd be happy to answer more questions and dive into more details. Thank you for tuning in.